News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News 46 is also brought to you by Nevada HealthLink. Open enrollment ends February 15th. Visit www.nevadahealthlink.com today.
Tonight on News 46, emergency crews rescue 3 people stuck in an elevator. The Chamber talks about this year's Fall Festival and meet the winner of Superintendent for the Day. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, February 16th, 2015. We hope you had a good weekend. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. A gunman opened fire at a free speech forum in Copenhagen, Denmark, where a Swedish cartoonist who had depicted the Prophet Muhammad was scheduled to speak. By the end of the melee, the gunman had wounded 3 officers and killed a 55-year-old man. Hours after the cafe attack, police said the gunman made his way to a Copenhagen synagogue and once again opened fire. 2 officers were wounded and a man providing security for a bat mitzvah party behind the synagogue died. Danish authorities theorize that these attacks may have been modeled on the assaults that killed 17 people in Paris last month. The man suspected of killing 2 people in Copenhagen swore fidelity to an ISIS leader on his Facebook page just before the weekend shooting spree. 3 women were stuck in an elevator in a building on Homestead Road on Sunday.
Emergency crews responded to Shiloh Baptist Church on Sunday on Homestead Road for an elevator that was stuck between floors. The occupants, reportedly 3 women inside, that were held for approximately 25 minutes until Pahrump firefighter paramedics got the elevator to activate and come down. Pastor Scott Fronick said this is the 3rd time they have had an incident with this elevator. Children were stuck in it the last time it occurred. All 3 women came out of the elevator unharmed. This is Herb Melvoin reporting for News 46.
Musician Todd Green performed his final show in the auditorium at Pahrump Valley High School. Multi-instrumentalist Todd Green wrapped up his tour of Pahrump with a concert at Pahrump Valley High School. The tour, which was sponsored by the Pahrump Arts Council, consisted of Green visiting 4 schools and also working with the students at Pahrump Valley High School in the music department. The concert, which was open to the public, was held in the auditorium, in which Green featured over 30 instruments that he performed that evening. Todd Green performed original music inspired by many different cultures in the Middle East, Central Asia, Far East, and South America. It included the string, flute, and percussion instruments. His advanced custom-built electronics gives him almost unlimited freedom to layer instruments as he performs, in effect turning him into a one-man band of world music. Todd Green is available for other tours. For more information, you can contact him on the web at toddgreen.com. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. When we come back, we'll have your Desert View Hospital health tip.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Welcome back to News 46. Couples dealing with infertility often use in vitro fertilization, or IVF, to help them get pregnant. In conventional IVF, fertilization of an egg occurs naturally, but outside the body. Another type of IVF procedure is used when the egg can't be fertilized that way, usually because of male infertility problems. A new study examined when, why, and how often this alternative procedure was used compared with conventional IVF.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Baby Luca arrived safely in this world after Regina Azutsky and her husband underwent several rounds of in vitro fertilization, or IVF.
We tried for, probably a year, and then my son is 2.5 now. So it's just been amazing.
One type of IVF increasingly being used is called intracytoplasmic sperm injection, or ICSI.
ICSI is a type of in vitro fertilization where a single sperm is injected into an egg, whereas for conventional IVF, the sperm is penetrating the egg on its own.
ICSI is mostly recommended when there are problems with the man's sperm or what's called male factor infertility.
ICSI has really revolutionized the treatment of our male factor infertility patients.
Dr. Akanksha Mehta from Emory University School of Medicine and Dr. Sherry Boulay from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and co-authors examined ICSI procedures that used only fresh embryos, not frozen, from 1996 through 2012. They compared ICSI outcomes from the 5 most recent years to conventional IVF procedures. They also looked at whether or not male infertility was present in these cases.
The use of ICSI has doubled since it was first introduced, and the increase has been largely among cases where male factor infertility is absent.
The use of ICSI did not improve reproductive outcomes such as pregnancy and live birth rates when compared with conventional IVF, regardless of whether or not there was a diagnosis of male factor infertility.
The benefit of this technology still remains very much only in cases where severe male factor infertility is present that would prevent natural fertilization from taking place.
Despite the challenges, Luca's parents always stayed positive during the long wait for his arrival.
He just makes me so happy, and he's just brought so much to our lives and so much joy.
Catherine Dolph, The JAMA Report.
Thanks, Catherine. ICSI is more expensive than conventional IVF, and pregnancies resulting from ICSI have been associated with increased risks of birth defects, chromosomal abnormalities, and autism. He is in 5th grade and a student at Mans Elementary School. Benjamin Gomez won the honor of being the Nye County School District's Superintendent of the Day.
I get to go around with Dale Norden, doing all the stuff, see behind the scenes stuff.
So what have you seen so far?
I met the people here at the Southern District office, and then before I read to my 5th grade classes, and then I'm going to see what I'm going to do next.
This all came about because you read a lot of words, or how many books? Tell me about that.
4 million words.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a vet or a teacher.
And what's your schedule for the rest of the day?
I don't know. I think after this, something else I forgot, but then after that it's lunch. And then I go to Rosemary Park and do a Q&A with the administrator, and then I get a tour of the 6th grade building, and then I go back to Mans.
So tell me what got you into reading.
Well, I always liked reading. My mom, she read to me when I was little, and I just sort of catched on there.
What's your favorite book or author?
Oh, my favorite author is Rick Riordan, and then my favorite book is his whole series of Heroes of Olympus. That's what I want.
So are you going to continue to go this direction and keep reading as much as you are now?
Yes, I want to hit 6 million words.
What would you like to tell the kids out there about what reading has, how it's affected you, and why they should read?
Oh, well, they should read because it helps you with spelling, and then it builds up your vocabulary, and then your teachers always like it, and then, yeah.
Compare it to television or movies.
Television, you learn some stuff, but with reading, you learn more stuff.
And I know that you're going to Mountain Falls to see Tim Hafen. You're going to take some more tours of the day. Will you be making any executive decisions today?
Maybe. I don't know.
Congratulations to Benjamin and his family. He's a bright kid. The president of the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce, Sally Kerr, spoke to News 46 about the plans for this year's Pahrump Fall Festival, which they are now heading up since the town board is no longer a form of government.
We have taken over the Pahrump Fall Festival and are trying to coordinate that for the community this year. In the works is basically no changes. We're hoping to keep the committees we have working on all the projects they've done year after year after year. And so, you know, really I am right now just in the process of meeting with all those committees, getting together with the Rodeo Arena Board, getting together with Vern and Rhonda and all the work they've done, getting together with you and the work that you've done before, and just trying to make sure that stays coordinated.
The Chamber of Commerce ran the Fall Festival in previous years.
That's what I have been told. I think maybe late 80s or early 90s, the Chamber had a hand in the Fall Festival before it went to some of the other organizations, and we know that it's moved around significantly, and it has quite a history coming clear back when it was just groups of volunteers that came together and brought it together. Different agencies and organizations have had it. And the town really didn't want to be in the festival business, so as they started to look around, they did eventually get to us and asked if we were interested in having a hand in putting it together.
So are some of the people that put on the festival before with the town still going to be doing that now?
Yes, all of them, and we've gone to them hoping that they will. I mean, the people who have done the hard work before, the arts and crafts, the Shadow Mountain Quilters are going to stay with the arts and crafts division. 4-H will still come out for us. Of course, we'll still have Kathy Davis in her carnival. The arena board did a fabulous job with the rodeo last year, and we're going to be asking them to stay in place.
And the parade's going to stay the same. And tell me what's going on with the vendors.
The vendors, we have made a change, and it's significant. We have been able to locate insurance that will allow our vendors to come in at a much reduced cost from before. So for me, near and dear to my heart with this carnival is to get our local people able to showcase their stuff. We have some wonderfully talented people in this community that really had kind of been priced out of their own market by insurance. And there was nothing, unfortunately, the reality of our lives now are we have to be insured. But we were able to find coverage that will actually group vendors together. So a vendor that wants to bring his yard art, you know, can come, and instead of paying $200 or $300 for an event, rodeo are going to be able to get $60 in coverage for that event.
What is the dates for this event?
The dates are the 24th through the 27th of September. The vendors, they can contact us at the chamber, pahrump.chamber.com, or they can call the office at 727-5800.
When we come back from this break, we'll have your weekend sports with Courtney Solomon.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Weekend Sports is brought to you by Wolfenstein Construction. Congratulations to the Division 1A Nevada State Championship wrestling team, the Pahrump Valley Trojans. They competed in the two-day tournament on Friday and Saturday and walked away the champions, scoring 124 points. Coming in second place was the Northern Team Lowry with 110 points. Individual state champions for the Trojans were 195-pound Jackson Clayton and 285-pound Jace Clayton. State runner-ups on the individual level were Sam Brophy at 145 pounds, Jonathan Coreau at 182 pounds, Abraham Prashado at 195 pounds, and Jeremy Coates at 220 pounds. The last time the wrestling team won the state championship was the last year that Pahrump was part of the 3A division in 2008. The Pahrump Valley basketball season is officially over as the boys and girls teams played their last games on Thursday against Spring Valley. The boys lost to Spring Valley 74-38 and the girls lost 60-19. Leading the Division 1A Sunset League for the boys looking to compete for the regional title is Clark, and for the girls, the Division 1A Sunset League leader is Spring Valley. Rumors and hopes of a professional soccer team expanding to Las Vegas were crushed on Thursday as Major League Soccer decided to take their expansion team to a different city. The MLS announced they would not be interested in expanding into Las Vegas until after 2018. The original plan was to create a soccer stadium near the Smith Center. However, the prospects for a professional hockey team in Las Vegas look promising. On Tuesday, the MGM held a ticket deposit drive to figure out the local interest level by offering season tickets. In just 2 days, 50% of the season ticket deposit had been reached. The goal is $10,000. With a state-of-the-art arena being built behind the New York, the expansion seems inevitable. Up-and-coming Brazilian rider Keke Pacheco earned the first Built Ford Tough Series victory of his professional bull rider's career, winning the Bass Pro Shootout in St. Louis, Missouri. Pacheco rode bull Houday for 89.25 points during the championship round to capture his second round win of the weekend. Kansas City is the next stop on February 21st and 22nd. It will be televised on CBS-SN at 5 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday. This has been Weekend Sports. I'm Courtney Solomon with News 46.
Thank you, Courtney, and thank you to Margaret Whitaker for that PBR report. Tomorrow night, our local McDonald's will be hosting a school fundraiser called McTeachers Night.
McDonald's night coming up for kids to come in and have the teachers actually serve them on Tuesday. We're going to run that from 5 till approximately 7 o'clock at night. So
that's going to be a fundraiser, isn't it?
It is. It's going to be a fundraiser. We're going to use that money for kids' prizes. We're also going to use it for kind of incentives for the teachers, saying thanks for all you've done and everything else, and just to get the kids motivated to try hard on their tests.
So the public's invited to this McTeachers Night at McDonald's. So how much of the proceeds do you guys get? Do you know?
We get a portion of the proceeds. Typically, we usually get about 10%. So we'll hopefully get a lot of people from the public to come out, whether they're a Mance student or a Mance parent or anything. They can come down and just support our school. We really appreciate it.
You guys will be serving all the kids?
Yeah, we'll be trying to serve all the kids. It'll be kind of different this time. We haven't done McDonald's night for a very long time here. I believe 5 years. Mr. Norton did the last one, so it's been about 5 years. So we're excited to be back on the track of doing it again. So
the new manager there, Carolina, was reaching out to the community. She really wants to become involved and do a lot of fundraisers.
Yeah, they've been wonderful for us. They've been very supportive. It helps to have her daughter at our school here. So it kind of, she came in recently. I just talked to a teacher in the hallway, and she goes, "Can you believe it? She's such a supportive person. She gave us free Happy Meals for my whole class," and so they're great supporters.
Fantastic. So what's the hours for the McTeachers Night?
We're going to run that approximately 5 to 7 o'clock. Our teachers have to be a little bit earlier to figure out how to get trained. I guess there's some training involved, how to flip a burger, I don't know, how to stuff fries, so we'll see how it is.
That's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night. You know, Darby's birthday was yesterday, and I know that a lot of you were wishing her a happy birthday. I want to tell you that we took her to Disneyland, and she had a blast. And Noah went with us, and we had so much fun. And we want to wish Darby, again, a happy birthday. And thank Herbie for covering us for the weekend news there, too. Thank you so much, Herbie. It was well-deserved. Got a couple days off. When we come back from this break, Noah Beacon's going to join us with your weather.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Monday, February 16th. Today we had sunny skies with a high of 75 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 63 degrees. Winds were coming from the north-northeast today at 5 miles per hour with gusts up to 7 miles per hour. The UV index today was 3, which is low. Humidity was at 12% today. Sunrise was at 6:31 this morning, and the record high last year in 2014 was 81 degrees. Well, tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 41 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 44 degrees. Winds will be coming from the northeast this evening at 6 miles per hour with gusts up to 8 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 28%. Sunset is at 5:26 p.m. this evening, and the record low back in 1949 was 24 degrees. Well, tomorrow we'll have sunny skies with a high of 71 degrees and a low of 41 degrees. Winds will be coming from the east-southeast at 4 miles per hour with gusts up to 7 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 20%. Sunrise will be at 6:30 tomorrow morning, and the UV index will be 4, which is low. For our 7-day forecast, we have a mostly sunny week, but we'll probably be seeing some clouds rolling in this Thursday and clearing up around Sunday. Your high temperatures will be starting off in the low 70s. That'll be going up into the high 70s later this week and back down into the high 60s early next week. Your low temperatures, you'll be looking at a similar pattern. It'll be starting off in the low 40s, going up into the mid 40s later this week, and all the way down into the high 30s early next week.
I kind of expected him to wear his Mickey Mouse ears on the weather, but he didn't. And once again, we do want to say happy birthday to Darby, but tomorrow is Lennon's birthday, so I want to wish a very happy birthday to my son Lennon and to my niece Victoria Jankowski. And if you have a birthday coming up in your family and you'd like us to do a shout out, just email me, Deanna@kpvm.tv. That's Deanna@kpvm.tv. You can also send it to news@kpvm.tv, and we will do a special happy birthday for you as well. And if you're listening on our radio station, KA's Country Radio 95.9, and you'd like to get hooked up to television, all you need to do is give us a call here at the station, 727-9400. That's 727-9400. You can call Rod's TV at 727-9395 to get hooked up to your free 4 digital channels. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. From everyone up here at KPVM-TV and, of course, out there on KA's Country Radio, have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.